In Pali,
Pali.
7 Jetasikas.
Yeah.
Did he learn?
I know.
He learned?
Vedana,
7 Jetasikas.
one Vedana, and Pato, something.
Okay. Patso
Paso,
or Patsa.
Patsa,
The same.
Vedana, and contact. Patsa means contact. Vedana means feeling, and remember.
Do you have all 7 now?
Yes.
So you know what are the 7s because it's there now.
I think remember the Pali language, but
Okay.
I can speak
Little by
English.
little. What's the first word? Again.
Vedana.
Okay, what is it?
Feeling is Vedana. It's a character of one Chetisika of among the 7.
What kind of Vedana now?
Now neutral, that is Adukkha Sukha.
Each moment, one by one.
No, it can be changed every moment.
There must be Vedana each moment, only one Chetana at a time.
At a time.
So what Chetana is there now?
Now Adukkha Sukha
Arises with what?
arises with seeing. And
Why not? Unpleasant? Or why not pleasant?
why not present?
प्लेजेंट है प्लेजेंट ना है हम पूछे कायनाते अदुःख में सुख में वहाँ जब ये पे वही अदुःख में सुख रीजन वही इतनी से ख्याल कुछ देख रहे थे तो का फीलिंग कैसी जस्ट देखते थे ये चाहे ये देखते हैं कुछ फीलिंग है तो
neutral.
बनते
That is neutral. Because when we see something, it creates a neutral feeling, nor happy nor sad, because it not affect our mental factor.
Because at the moment of seeing, there is not pleasant feeling and unpleasant feeling. After scene arises and it's falling away, another scene can find pleasant or unpleasant.
Everything is the same.
No.
Arises and falls away. So there must be pleasant feeling with anything which arises and falls away.
No, not. There must. Sometime unpleasant, sometime neutral.
बुझ्यो
Then
यस्तो छ क्या Sir, can I explain in Nepali?
Because at moment of seeing, what impinges on the eye base is hard. It's not. So it connects an unpleasant feeling.
बुझ्यो नि जस्तो तिमीले देखिरहेछ होइन हो देख्ने बित्तिकै तिमीले त प्लेजेन्ट अनप्लेजेन्ट थाहा हुँदैन नि देखेर अब फुल देख्ने बित्तिकै तिमीलाई थाहा भएन तर फुल राम्रोसँग देखेर यो फुल हो भनेर अनि बल्ल तिमीलाई राम्रो मन पर्यो होला नि बल्ल मन पर्यो होला एट द मोमेन्ट अफ सिन त भएको छैन होला त्यही भएर त्यहाँ दुःखमा सुख हुन्छ कि
Can only color make feeling pain?
no.
See? Can hardness makes the feeling unpleasant? Hardness.
No.
Hardness?
If we just touch the hardness hit, then we can, but if we touch, then it can't be the unpleasant feeling.
Because Tanachan has said about when hardness impinge the body,
Yeah.
it can make
Unpleasant
feeling arises.
Yeah, that time.
Arise. But only color or only sound, only smell, or only taste, can it makes feeling, unpleasant feeling arise?
Yes.
Like color, only color?
Only color cannot be.
Cannot.
Yeah.
Because the nature of it, when it impinge the eye base,
Yeah.
it cannot
Very pain.
Condition unpleasant feeling to arise at that moment at all. That's why at the moment of seeing it's only neutral.
Yes.
Cannot be pleasant or unpleasant.
Yeah. And for the hardness at the time of seeing, it can be pleasant or unpleasant.
Pardon?
At the time of hardness, it can be pleasant or unpleasant or neutral.
When the moment of experiencing hardness, when does the moment of experience hardness? When?
When we touch.
Yes, touching.
Yeah.
So it must be hardness impinge body sense.
Yeah.
And touching arises to experience that hardness. What feeling?
That is unpleasant feeling. Yeah.
Can it be pleasant?
No. If it
It depends.
it can be both pleasant, unpleasant. Yeah.
Yes. In daily life.
And then,
Have them the word in Pali for each kind of feeling.
ได้เลยครับ ครับ so if we talk about body feelings
yes.
there are two kinds sukha
Sukha.
body pleasant feeling
Yeah.
and dukkha body unpleasant feeling and mental feeling without body it can arise by condition. So when we talk about mental pleasant feeling is so manasa.
So manasa.
Have you heard about this? So manasa.
So manasa.
So manasa means pleasant feeling, mental or mind pleasant feeling. When you are happy, when you like something and oh, I'm so happy, at that moment, mental feeling, happy. In Bali, somanasa.
So Manasa, can you write it now?
Okay. And mental unpleasant feeling is domanasa. Manasa means mental and
Mental.
du means not good. Du manasa or do manasa means the feeling is not good, it's unpleasant feeling. So manasa means pleasant feeling.
Pleasant feeling. Yeah.
Like su manasa. Su means good,
Yeah.
manasa means mental. The feeling at that moment is so manasa because good feeling or happy.
Yes. So Manasa.
Yes. And adukkama sukha vedana or upekha is the same feeling, neutral.
Yeah.
So there are 5 vedana in our daily life. Can you repeat about 5 vedana?
That is Sukha, Dukkha, Sukhama Dukkha, Somanasa, or Dukkhama Sukha, Somanasa, Domanasa.
Yes, because all of this is really important in our daily life. So in daily life, seeing arises to see the color, and hearing hears the sound,
Sounds. Yeah.
smelling smell odor,
Yes.
and tasting taste flavors.
Yeah.
Do you like?
Yes.
Do you like the color
Yes.
or rupa in daily life? Do you like it?
No, not all.
Or not all, but you like some very
Yes.
much.
Yeah.
For what?
Because it gives pleasant feeling. Yeah.
Yes, for the feelings.
Yeah.
That's why the Buddha taught about feeling is like really important for attachment.
Okay. That's meant.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. When what color that makes you happy?
Color.
What kind of color makes you happy?
Like green, blue, white. This
Beautiful color.
beautiful color. Not the name. Yeah.
Yeah. Even the same color, blue, the same, but
Yeah.
if it's not beautiful, ugly, do you like it?
No.
So after seeing, you like
Yeah.
beautiful color.
Yes.
Uh-huh. What kind of vedana when you are happy?
Pleasant.
Pleasant. Can you tell me in Pali?
Somanasa.
Somanasa.
Yes. Oh,
Can it be sukha when you see beautiful things?
yes.
Sukha, body, pleasant feeling. Can it be sukha?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it it is only the mental factor, but don't affect the body factors. the color when I see or the color is seen, it affect the mind factor.
Feel
feeling.
mind feeling,
Mind feeling.
not mind have. Yes.
Action.
Question.
At the moment of सोधना है दुःखमा सुख किन छ at the moment of seeing
At the moment of seeing, why there is only neutral feeling?
At the moment of seeing, we just see the seeing the object, but we not experience the object. So it's it's a dukkha sukha. After experience the object or then we can know is it sukha or dukkha or somanasa or domanasa. It's sukha or dukkha only.
Okay. Cap. What is sukha?
Sukha is the happiness in the body that makes a pleasant feeling.
Is it mental factor,
Sukha.
sukha,
So,
or cetasika?
Cetasika. Yeah, it's a cetasika.
It's not a body.
Sukha.
But why sukha arises? Why does sukha arise?
Sukha arises due to it arises when we see good things. No?
Sukha, not somanasa.
Sukha because the body is having a the body is having a good condition, so the sukha arises.
Because yes, good conditions.
Yeah.
And if you learn deeper and deeper,
Yeah.
that good condition is good karma in the past.
Good karma.
Yes, or good action in the past, but we talk about that later.
Okay.
But there must be some condition make this kind of feeling arises to be happy.
Yeah.
When something impinge body sense.
Yeah.
For example, when hardness or softness impinge the body sense, good condition, karma, good karma in the past, condition that feeling with touching one kind of citta arises to experience that softness with pleasant feeling or sukha vedana. Can you make it? Can you make this feeling arise?
Yes.
Can you?
Yeah.
Or by condition?
By the condition, if conditions arise, then we feel it.
Can you control your feeling?
It depends upon the condition, I think. Huh? No, we can't control.
Because one word in the Buddha's teaching is really important for understanding everything. Anatta.
Anatta.
Anatta means uncontrollable. No self, non-self.
Okay.
And why it's uncontrollable? No one can control.
No.
Because only its own condition can make each realities arises by its own condition. No one can make it. Because know you in absolute realities, right? So there's no one control anything.
Yeah.
Only condition can.
What happened?
See, no one by conditions.
See, what condition laughing?
It's now. Now a pleasant feeling we have.
ท่านอาจารย์ asks what condition
A pleasant feeling you have now.
of this feeling
Yes.
of when you are laughing.
Yeah.
But what condition? Laughing? Just laugh or what?
No.
That's why learn to understand Dhamma in a day, not just the word, because when you think of the word, you try so hard to understand it. But it's not the moment when it's right now to be understood, because we have learned about the 5 feelings, but when it's there, can you know? So today you have 5 feelings. At what moment? One by one.
At the moment of seeing, there is neutral feeling. After falling away, and there is sometime sukha. There is sometimes so manasa, sometimes do manasa. And no, at the moment of only one.
It's the 5 feelings arise.
If we see something,
No, not if today.
just like I am seeing,
Today. Tell me about what happened that you feel 5 kinds of feeling.
I can. समझ गया है. Just now, when I see Nong, he's sleeping, there is arising so manasa. At the moment of laughing, there is arising so
See
manasa.
what? Why do you laugh? See, it's daily life. Not just talk about it.
Yeah, but at the moment of now, when it's gone, but in my sanya, it's remember that at the moment of scene, when I see Nong, he sleep and laughing, and there is so manasa feelings.
Who can tell? Just see someone sleep and it's so manasa.
Condition arise for so manasa.
See, who knows? That's why only that which is there to be known, but not at will at all, until it's so firm that it can be known because it's there. And that no one can be like that at all. There must be the reality which can arise to be aware with understanding of the nature of it. More and more understanding of the truth. But learn to understand that in life, whatever is there by conditions is unknown. For example, seeing something and then laugh, see, who knows? What are you laughing at? But we learn about 5 feelings and understand at what moment it has to be in different feeling, neutral feeling, and or at that moment, even the body sense. At moment of touching, even softly, it's not as the eye sees at that moment, that which impinges on the eye base. Different rupa, different quality of rupa, only the body sense only that can condition dukkha or sukha. Even it's so very, very slight, but it's that which is dukkha. Do you like that which is there on your head? See, dukkha, dukkha. That's why we do like this. Even it's so very little. That's why have confidence of the truth that through the body sense there cannot be pleasant or unpleasant, which is mental feeling. It has to be body feeling, dukkha or sukha only. Only. That's why what is there in life is unknown until we learned about the truth, until it's there to be known with more and more firm confidence of the truth. That actually what is there is not anyone or anything at all. Visible object is visible object. Do you laugh at visible object? See, learn to understand more that life is so very complex. They just rise and fall very rapidly. Who knows which is which now? Just see and then laugh. It's not just the color which is seen. That's why we learn about the truth, that it can be moment of understanding with awareness and right understanding of the truth. Very gradually, little by little, stage by stage. And that is the teaching of the enlightened one. That's why he taught the truth for everyone, to be able to enlighten the truth of no one. Whatever is there is just conditioned, arising and falling away rapidly. And this is life. From life to life, it has to be like this, as long as there are conditions for its arising. Can anyone stop moment now not to arise? Impossible. It's gone. Still cling to it because of no understanding enough. From hearing, it's still fire. See? But understanding begin to know what is seen cannot be fire, cannot be this, cannot be that. Only that which can be seen. And what is there together? Memory, just mark what is seen to be known as something. How quickly all dhammas arising and falling away. That's why understand the understanding of the Buddha, so very great, very precious. At moment of understanding only that you know who's the Buddha. Now do you know who's the Buddha?
When we understand Buddha's teaching, we know little by little who is Buddha.
His words can be directly experienced. Now we learn about seeing, but that which sees does not appear to be known. But we learn to understand that without that which arises and experiences the object, there can never be anything appearing at all. So, are you now respecting Buddha? How do you know?
By understanding the Buddha words.
Listen to his word, understanding the truth, the only way, never enough. Until the truth is realized, no doubt about Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Would you like to share your understanding with your friends? That's parami, seeing how much precious the truth is in life, in Ian's life. Just keep on having the other to listen, to understand. Otherwise, the world is dark. So dark, no understanding of the truth of anything at all. So, any question? Chitta, Chittasika, Rupa. What more have you heard?
What is seeing?
Seeing is just seeing the visibility.
So, have you heard about Nama and Rupa?
Yes.
What is Nama? What is Rupa?
Nama is something that can be experienced.
Can be experienced.
Nama.
Can be experienced or can experience.
Can experience.
Yes.
Yeah, just like our eyes experience the visibility, so we can understand. Yeah.
Can Rupa be experienced?
No.
Can Rupa be experienced? Be experienced.
Yeah, it can be experienced, but it can't experience.
So, what is Rupa?
Rupa is the object that can be experienced.
If it's not an object, can it be Rupa?
No.
Is there any sound in the forest right now? In the forest, deep forest, is there any sound?
There also.
Or under the ground, somewhere,
Yeah, there is sound.
hardness.
Yeah, there is hardness.
Is it an object right now?
Yes, it's object.
Is that an object of experiencing right now?
Yes.
Now, do you hear the sound in the forest?
No.
So, even it's experienced or not experienced, but Rupa is Rupa. What is Rupa? It doesn't mean Rupa has to be experienced or has to be an object of experience. Even no one experience at all. But Rupa is one kind of realities arises but cannot experience anything.
Okay. Right. Just pick up.
For example, hardness in the Mars. No one experience hardness right there,
Yes.
but it's Rupa, it's
It's
hardness,
Rupa, yeah.
because arises to not experience anything. And what is Nama?
Nama are the Nama are the elements that experiences the objects or other thing that can be seen or that can be heard or that can be taste, that can be touch, experience. It can experience it.
Nama is realities which arise to experience. can experience. There is no any rupa in nama at all. For example, at the moment of seeing, is seeing red,
Right?
red, or green, or blue,
It's
or good smell? Seeing is seeing good smell
no.
because there is no rupa at all
Yeah.
in seeing.
Yes.
At the moment of seeing, seeing is only seeing, right? So it's nama. But
Yes. Back to the Vedana feelings.
Okay.
So, can you have Somanasa and Domanasa at the same time?
No.
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 Can you have all five feelings at the same time?
No. At one moment, one feeling.
One feeling.
Yeah.
So, when we in the deep sleep, what's the feeling? Deep sleep, when you feel sleep and know nothing. So, what kind of feeling? There?
At a neutral feeling,
Neutral feeling.
time of sleeping.
How do you
We don't
know?
know.
How do you know? Can you know?
Time of sleeping, actually, no.
So
No one knows at the time of sleeping.
did Buddha know? So what did he say? No one can say anything without just study the words about the
Buddha
truth,
knows
even at
only
moment
Buddha.
of sleeping.
Yes.
So what did he say about the feeling at moment of being fast asleep?
The time of fast sleep.
Is there feeling right then when it's moment of being fast asleep?
The feeling, I think no. No. Actually, can you just explain?
Can I speak in Nepali? हामी एकदमै निन्द्रामा भयो भने डिप स्लिपमा भयो भने त्यहाँ केही फिलिङ्स हुन्छ कि नै?
We just can't say.
कुनै फिलिङ्स हुन्छ कि नै, त्यति मात्र हो कि नै?
No.
सुत्ने बेला केही फिलिङ्सै हुन्न?
थाहा नै हुन्न हामीले.
थाहा हुन्न, तर केही न केही फिलिङ्स त हुन्छ होला नि त. त्यति उहाँले चाहिँ फिलिङ्स हुन्छ कि नै भनेर सोध्नु भएको हो नि त.
There have a feeling, but we don't know about the feeling.
No one knows.
Yeah. There is.
So what's your question about?
Actually, if we learn in details, you know that it's a moment of we feel asleep, deep sleep. There may be adukha masukha vedana or somanasa vedana.
No.
But it depends on condition. You don't know.
So can it be Domanasa Vedana?
No one knows. It can be anything.
Never.
Never here.
Why not?
Because at the time of sleeping, we cannot experience the Vedana.
But it's there. It
It's
experiences the object, unknown object. But there must be feeling arising with any moment of Dhamma, Citta, but never be unpleasant feeling. Why not?
Once more question.
At moment of sleeping,
Yes.
is there any feeling?
There may be, but we cannot experience.
Maybe.
No.
It has to be, not
has to
maybe. Is there feeling?
There is a feeling, but we cannot experience it.
Yes. Can Domanassa arise while one is sleeping?
Dhamma. Yes.
What?
No, फिलिङ आउँछ तर हामीलाई थाहा हुँदैन.
At the moment of sleeping, how can you know there is domanasa?
We cannot know. No one knows.
What about somanasa?
The
Can you
same-
know?
No,
Upekha?
no.
But whenever there is sleeping, domanassa cannot arise at all. That's why we learn more. Why not? So now, why not? See, what we have learned shouldn't be forgotten. To be Dhammadra, it have been there, never to be forgotten. Understanding. Dosa feeling arises with what kind of citta? Otherwise, we just talk about dosa, but we have to understand. At moment, it's there, not the word, but the reality of that feeling. Is there dosa now?
अहिले angriness छ.
No.
Irritated?
Huh?
Irritation?
Irritation, no. Irritation.
Okay. So, even there is unpleasant feeling right now, but while one is fast asleep, there can never be unpleasant feeling. Why? We have to understand what kind of citta, unpleasant feeling arises. Not just follow the word, but understand more and more about the truth. So now we don't have to write down or jot anything at all. Just listen carefully and understand it, reason, the truth of it. Why not? Because domanassa arises with what kind of citta? Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. But now we didn't talk about Vietnam, we just talk about the citta, so it's dosa mula citta. And can dosa mula citta condition the result? It has fallen away. Can it condition the vipaka?
Yes, it can be, because akusala can be condition for vipaka.
Mike.
Killing. What kind of feeling at moment of killing? Domanassa. Can it condition result? Vipaka.
It can.
What kind of vipaka?
Akusala vipaka.
What citta are akusala vipaka?
Dosa mula chitta.
What chitta are akusala vipakas, yes? Chakku vinyana akusala vipaka, sutta vinyana akusala vipaka, khana vinyana akusala vipaka,
Chiuha vinyana.
vinyana akusala vipaka, kaya vinyana akusala vipaka, sampati channa akusala vipaka, santirna akusala vipaka.
How many akusala vipaka? Those are conditions.
7.
7. Okay. At moment of birth, what citta performs the function of birth?
Upekka santirna akusala vipaka.
Upekha
What kind of feeling?
Domanasa. When akusala, then
Upekha. Neutral feeling.
See, we have to consider the truth. That's why while the Upekha Santirana performs the function of birth, it performs the function of Bhavanka and performs the function of death moment. Can there be Somanassa?
No.
That's it. That's why we have to understand the feeling with the cause, the kamma, and the feeling with vipaka. So a dog sleeps. What chitta is that?
Bhanga chittas there.
Huh? What
Bhanga
chitta?
chittas.
Bhavanga.
Yes, Barkai, so many chitta perform the function of Bhavanga. Which one? A dog sleeps.
Upekha.
This is feelings.
Ubekha arises with many chitta.
Yeah.
Yes. Then upekha santirna akusla
Yeah.
vipaka.
Akusala
So,
vipaka.
not domanassa.
Not so manasa.
Who arises with domanassa at moment of birth and
No
sleeping?
anyone.
No.
Who arises with domanasa at the moment of birth? No anyone.
At moment of fast sleep?
No one.
Not at all. The truth cannot be changed.
Yes. Yes.
So can upekha feeling perform the function of birth?
Upekha santirna can be function for.
I don't mention kusla or kusla.
No, not only upekha. Cannot. खाली उपेक्षा तो नहीं करत हुए ना.
सक्दैन.
The chitta with upekha vedana cannot perform the function of birth.
But at the moment of patisanti chitta arise, then upekha also there.
It can.
Adukkama sukha
It can.
there.
That's why ubekha feeling can arise with birth, moment, bhavanka and death. So now,
वेदना हुन्छ.
can pleasant feeling arise with moment of birth?
Pleasant feeling arise with moment of birth. No.
No.
Why not?
Because at the moment of birth, there is only adukkama sukha and upekha, only upekha.
How many patisanti chittas are there?
Patisanti chittas, only one.
One.
How many chitta perform the function of patisanti chitta?
Upekha santirna kusla.
Three.
Upekha santirna kusla vipaka हाम्रो को लागि यहाँ.
Altogether,
उपेक्षा संतेना
number how many?
3. हे 8 8 9 10 10 हैन महाविपाका 8 वटा अनि एउटा उपेक्षा संतेना कुसला एउटा अकुसला दुईटा 10 वटा हैन 10.
As much as you know now, because there are also higher levels of chitta, like Brahmarupa or Abrahmarupa, for example. That's why when we talk about just the word of Kama, sensuous object, only 10. What are they? What are the 10?
So manasa sahagatang dithigata sampayuktang asankharikang so manasa sahagatang dithigata vipayuktang sampayuktang sasankharikang so manasa
Mahavipaka, you have to say.
Yeah.
Because it can be kusla or vipaka. That's why when we talk about patisanti chitta, the result, it has to be mahavipaka, not mahakusla, but with somanasa sakatang.
You said an utta. पाले ने में बिर्सेके YUTA utta utta के लेखे थे नि योता याना
yana
Vayana.
याना मतलब वो हुई होता
yana means चित्ता की कारण है
त्यही त महाविपाका हुँदा याना हुन्छ अनि याना भन्नाले विपाकले हुन्छ
याना भनेको यसरी चित्ता की विपाका यही केही हो याना
What citta is now? Now,
Thinking.
मनद्वारा उठना चित्त
and what else? If you say,
Seeing, hearing. Chitta, seeing
Okay.
chitta, hearing chitta.
seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and then what?
Thinking.
And
Sampatijanna chitta, sankirna chitta.
you are talking about what kind of citta?
Mahavipaka.
Just what you have mentioned, not Mahavipaka yet.
Seeing chitta and
Ahetuka citta,
yeah.
forgot.
15.
That's why we have to have firm confidence of what is the cause, the kusala, akusala, and what is the result, kusala and akusala.
Akusala, yes,
Vipaka, don't forget the word vipaka, when it's the result. So how many patisanti citta that you know for senses were
10.
10? What are they?
8 Mahavipakas and 2 Santirnas.
So now begin to know what kind of citta is your patisanti citta.
कितना चित्ता पूछ रही हैं?
फंक्शन मतलब कौन सी
अभी नए फंक्शन पूछ रही हूँ उतना बताएं नो राइट हो गया है Yes, Ajahn.
Very different, right? But can you know, or can you expect, or can you speculate? There are many people who have no interest in hearing the teachings. And even those who have heard the teachings, but they don't carefully consider the truth. No respect to the 3 gems at all. So at moment when just reading, consider wrongly, going to meditation center, right or wrong understanding.
Wrong understanding.
And when it's so firm, never change at all, can it be Mahavipaka, Jnana Sampayutan?
No.
No. But they were born as human beings, healthy, wealthy, or no matter what, no understanding of the truth, no interest at all. That's why Mahavipaka, Jnana, Vipayutam. But it's not certain yet until one has attained Sotapanna. For sure, Patisanti Citta must be Mahavipaka, Jnana, Sampayutam. But if you go back and I forget everything. Is it Kusala, Jnana, Sampayutta? That's why only the word. It's not like the moment of understanding that what is there now is so very, very subtle. Why? It's there right now, no understanding of it. Not the moment of realization of the truth of it. Just learn about it, thinking about it, consider about it. And this is only intellectual understanding, pariyatti, when it's firm and right understanding. But when it's wrong understanding, it's not pariyatti. No understanding of the truth of the teachings of the Buddha. So now learn to understand oneself. When there is moment of being able to just understand what is meant by anatta, no one. Just say, speak out, no one, not enough. Until what is it which cannot be taken for anyone at all? Seeing right now. No one can condition it arising at all. It's there already while we are talking, see, anatta. Not enough. It has to be firmer and firmer and firmer. That's the meaning of Dhammadara. Once it has been there, it hasn't been forgotten. That's why there cannot be any other language word which can fit the meaning of the reality that Buddha used, the Pali term. Even that, just one word has to be studied very carefully, not to try to understand the meaning of the word, but the reality which is there, as close to be able to understand the truth of it. No matter what is translated, what can be understood is just the translation, but the truth, the reality has to be studied by gradually consider the nature of it. Because they are so very close. Phassa, Manasikara, Vedana, Sanya, Chetana, Ekakata, Chivitindriya. See, it's there now. But whatever does not appear yet, how can it be known? So now what appears can be object of understanding. And without firm confidence of the truth, no condition to be aware of it at all. For example, seeing all day, it's not being begun to be the object of understanding yet. Is that true? That's why the truth of how Buddha enlightened the truth, which is so very subtle, it's there now. Before it can be known directly, we have to talk about it again and again and again, to be conditioned for not forgetting the reality of it right now. That's why when you read Tipitaka or any book, the commentaries about the Pitaka, study carefully and we can discuss on it. For example, we had talked about the eye and the object which impinges on the eye and the moment of seeing and that which arises with seeing. They have to be there at any moment. And that's the meaning of ayatana, the meeting point that condition a moment of just experiencing an object. Ayatana. What is there is ayatana. Without it, there cannot be that reality arising at all. So is phassa ayatana? Can it arise without all this reality? Say it again.
Only farsa is not ayatana.
Why not?
Because ayatana is many chetisika together with
Each one must be there.
सबै हुनु पर्यो हैन
एक एक ठो भी होइसक्यो त इचका एक ठो भी कुल टोटल.
That's why Buddha pointed about just one moment. What are the meeting? They're together, condition that moment. So each one is ayatana. But if we don't understand the meaning of ayatana, we haven't read about it. So we have the idea, no, it's not ayatana. But when there is the understanding of what ayatana means, there must be what is there as ayatana. For seeing now, phassa, it's phassa-yatana. And when you come to read the Tipitaka, it's there phassa-yatana. And if you don't know about phassa, which arises with each moment, you don't know the meaning of phassa-yatana. But when you understand that what is there must be there, together the meeting point or the birthplace of that moment, then you know what is there is ayatana. So sanya-yatana, no doubt, any moment. Mana-yatana, Mana is another word for chitta. That's why when by way of ayatana, the word manayatana is there. And Dhamma ayatana, what is it? Dhammayatana.
What Dhamma arise?
There must be at moment of seeing, Rupayatana, which is seen, Pasatharupa, Chakkayatana, two, and Chitta, Manayatana, and the other one, Manayatana, what is it?
Manayatana.
Excuse me, Dhammayatana. Manayatana is Chitta. Another word for Chitta is Mana, Mano, Vinyana. So what is Dhammayatana?
Dhamma yatana के हो? Arise and follow.
वो जैसे काट रहे हैं सीन के संकेत का बताएंगे
चक्षु यतना.
चक्षु यतना हो गए
चित्त चाहिए मना यतना. मना सिकारक भी मना यतना हो गया. दुखी होकर हो
तो वैसे हियरिंग के संकेत भी हुए ना जैसे सीन के संकेत से हियरिंग के भी हुए
तो धम्मा यतना कहेंगे.
हाँ तो धम्मा यतना में तो चक्र सीन वाला आ रहा है तो वैसे हियरिंग के हम के एग्जांपल लेके किसी ने पूछा था
When you read,
सोता यतना होए
when you come to see the word Chitta is Manayatana, and Phassa is Phasayatana, and Rupayatana, the object, and Pasatha, Chakku, Chakkayatana, together with Ayatana. We don't use Chakku, we use Chakkayatana. And Dhammayatana, it's time to consider. It's what you have heard. But when you see new word, no idea. But when there is thinking, considering, not forgetting, what is it?
Arise and follow.
At moment of seeing, what is there?
चक्षु यतना सॉरी
Chakkayatana is
Chakkayatana.
Chakku Pasatha, Rupayatana is visual object, and Manayatana is Chitta. One more, Dhammayatana. What arise? It's not just arising. What arise?
Manayatana
What
is Chitta.
Dhammayatana?
What is Dhammayatana?
Because we talk about Chakkayatana, the eye, and the Rupa, Rupayatana, and the Chitta, Manayatana. The eye, the Rupa, and the Chitta, Manayatana. Another one, Dhammayatana, must be there. What is Manayatana? Dhammayatana. Consider.
कुल चित्ता हुए ना धम्मा इतना माने सीन चित्ता हो गया हियरिंग चित्ता हो गया
So,
धम्मा इतना चित्ता कहे ना कि मन
if you are told it's not as you think by yourself, to consider, to begin to learn to consider.
मना यतना मतलब चित्त है. रूपा यतना मतलब
विजिबल ऑब्जेक्ट
ऑब्जेक्ट है. तो धम्मा यतना मतलब कौन सी?
कुल टुगेदर ना हो टुगेदर ही हुए पूरा मिला के
The three one together is धम्मा यतना.
What is that? What is Dhammayatana?
three together Chakkayatana and
Chakkayatana never change. It has to be Chakkayatana. Chitta cannot be changed. It has to be only Manayatana. When it's there, together, all together, at the meeting point. And Chakkupasatha, Chakkayatana, three, one more. Dhammayatana. What is it? If you are told, it doesn't mean anything. But when you're thinking, considering, and you know what is it, it has to be there. I just said a moment ago.
Dhammayatana to
but no
chitta
one
ho
listen.
ekta.
So no understanding of Dhammayatana. One word in a day. Today is Ayatana.
Dhammayatna means all Chetasika together, like Vatsayatna, Sanyayatna,
Just Dhammayatana. What is it?
together.
No. What together? Chitta is Chitta. Rupa is Rupa. Chakupasatha, Chakhayatana is they are there. They are there. And one more, Dhammayatana. Cetasika. That's why I said Passayatana, Sanyayatana, or Cetasika, which is there, is Dhammayatana. Never forget when there is understanding.
Yes, it's right.
And the Dhamma is used for other subject too, like Dhammanupassana Satipatthana. Not only Cetasika, broader, that which is not Kaya Nupassana, Vedana Nupassana, Chitta Nupassana, all there must be Dhamma Yutana, because what is real is Dhamma. That's why learn to understand the truth in order to let go. They are all there now, but understanding is not enough to let go. That's why the more understanding, it begins to let go. At moment of understanding, that's why the Four Noble Truth, the path is so subtle is now, at moment of understanding only. Sammaditi, the first of the path factor. So now, not forget, can there be only one ayatana? You don't learn yet.
Maybe.
World is so different by conditions. So now we just begin to learn about what is there in this plane and the plane of sensuous object, kama vajra only. But there are other world, other level of understanding. That's why we begin to have firm confidence of ayatana. And we cannot understand everything at once, just one word at a time about the truth, to let go the idea of self and ignorance. Can anyone think by oneself? Can anyone think by oneself about the truth? Can or cannot? No one except Buddha.
Yes.
That's why who's the Buddha and who are we or who am I? Can we just think and try to think and try so hard to think without study more about the words of the enlightenment? Even just one word. How many meanings of Dhamma? See, when it's classified, it can be classified in different manners or different aspects. No doubt about Ajatana now. Can there be Ajatana without Rupa?
Without Rupa Ayatana?
Without Rupa? In the world which has no Rupa, only Nama there. But this plane is a plane of Chitta, Cetasika, and Rupa. But some plane, no condition for Rupa to arise. That's why in that plane, no Nama can be Ayatana. All depends on understanding the truth firmer and firmer. Before there can be letting go the idea of self, the I is there unknowingly all the time. So having more respect to the triple gene when there's more understanding. Without his word, who can think about the ayatana and each ayatana? Is there any doubt about ayatana now? What is Dhammayatana?
All Chetasikas.
Sanyayatana, Parsayatana, Sanyayatana, so on. Chetana Yatana.
Manasikara-yatana.
And what about Paticca Samuppada? Is that the word ayatana as well? If we don't understand ayatana, when we come across Paticca Samuppada, we just guess or think that we understand this and that, but not clear, not enough.
Paticca-yatana.
Paticca Samuppada, many Thai or many learners just think, would like to read about it, talk about it, but how much understanding about it? Paticca Samuppada. So you learn about Citta, Cetasika, Rupa, and some more. Otherwise,
This one, another one.
all anamas and rupas, all adama, different manner, different aspect, what we are talking about. The circle of birth and death, on and on and on. What are there? Paticca Samuppada. So when you go back, someone asks about what you learned in Thailand. And they might ask about Paticca Samuppada or Ayatana, see? Because they learn by reading only.
Paticca Samuppada means those is like
ถามคุณกำปัน
Dono pujikan soal lain ayatana pujikan
ayatana तो दो बताएंगे
का उन्हें समझें खाली
We
ayatana
have Pali
pujikan
expert.
ayatana Cetasika.
Otherwise, we cannot understand clearer and clearer.
Paticca Samuppada में अच्छा something more about
คุณพีท ask คุณคำปัน the expert in Pali.
ค่ะอาจารย์
Yeah,
ค่ะ
we need Pali expert. นั่งเลยให้คุณคำปันให้เขาอยากรู้คำว่าปฏิจจสมุปบาทะหมายความว่าอะไร
ปฏิจจสมุปบาทะมาจากว่าปฏิจจสังแล้วก็อุปาทะก็คือธรรมะที่เกิดขึ้นเพราะอาศัยสิ่งนั้นจึงเกิดขึ้นเป็นไปด้วยดีธรรมะที่เกิดขึ้นเป็นไปด้วยดีเพราะอาศัยสิ่งนั้นเป็นเหตุเป็นปัจจัยครับท่านอาจารย์ครับ
นะถ้าอ่านเฉยๆเนี่ยต้องมานั่งคิด แต่ถ้ารู้ว่า ทุกอย่างเกิดไม่ได้ถ้าไม่มีปัจจัยอย่างที่เราฟังตั้งแต่ต้นเลยพูดภาษาไทย You know, as we have learned from the very beginning, nothing can arise without conditions, right? So whatever arises must be conditioned. So we talk about the conditions for what arises in life, each life. Paticca, samupata, upata is to be conditioned to arise. Upata. Upata is arising or pop up now by conditions. So we learn about the conditions, paticca, what condition what to arise. All depends on condition. About the conditionality. Paticca, each depend on the other. Nothing can arise alone. But we learn about one reality at a time. So, what everyone does not know at all is there a reality? Avijja.
Avijja is reality.
Opposite of vicca, ignorance, is avijja. When there is vicca, there's no ignorance.
Yes, Ajahn.
Opposite reality.
Avijja.
Avijja or moha, and panya or sammaditi. That's why what we learn just about citta, cetasika, rupa, and nibbana by different aspects, by way of the relationship or the conditionality. Without this, this cannot arise. What arises has to have that condition. The way it conditioned this to arise, and then without that, that cannot arise. ต้องขอบคุณคุณกำปั้นนะคะ
อาจารย์
ค่ะ Are we now study Dhamma?
Yes, Ajahn.
Are we now study Dhamma?
Yes.
When there is the understanding of what is there now. But when there's no understanding of what is there now, is it study Dhamma?
No.
Just the word and the book and the meaning only. That's why there can be wrong understanding if it's not enough careful considering with understanding the meaning of the word in Pali, not as we think. So now again, just remind what we have learned. What is Kusala Dhamma, Akusala Dhamma, Abhayakata Dhamma? Kusala Dhamma, what is Kusala Dhamma?
Kusala Dhamma, Amoha, Alova, Adoha, Chittas are there doing something good for someone.
The wholesome realities. What is Akusala Dhamma?
The unwholesome realities.
And
Unwholesome realities.
can Rupa be Akusala Dhamma because it cannot be Kusala?
Oh my God.
No, Ajahn.
Can Rupa be Kusala?
No.
Why not?
Rupa cannot be Kusala and Akusala, it cannot
Why not?
experience.
experience
Rupa, because it cannot experience.
It cannot experience anything. So this is not kusala or akusala. And what is apayakata dhamma? To consider, we just talk about that when there's considering, it can be beginning to understand what is apayakata dhamma. That which is not kusala or akusala. So, have you learned what cannot be kusala, what cannot be akusala? So now, Suhan, because Rohan might not yet understanding.
Then Rupa and Apyagata, Vipaka, Apyagata, and Kiriya.
So, Rupa, Vipaka,
And Kiriya.
Kiriya, and what is another one? This is the way to understand Dhamma. Any word?
No, not a word.
What else is apayakata Dhamma? That which cannot be kusala or akusala. So, apayakata is rupa, vipaka, kiriya, and what? Wait a little more and then you can think about that. You can have thought about that.
Mata Vipaka Kiriya yun. I think. Kusala Vipaka, Kusala Vipaka.
And kiriya and what?
Nipana.
Right. See, that's why it needs careful considering. The truth is the truth. So now, when you think by yourself, you remember quite well. But when you are told, you might forget again. Right? Right? So when you now just read about anything, we can discuss to understand more about that. They're just about citta cetasika rupa, so very, very little different. That's why domanassa cannot be the birth moment at all, because it is akusala, it's not vipaka. Dosa can never be vipaka at all. But kusala, the somanassa can, and ubeka can. So how many dhammas are there? Abhidhamma, Paramadadhamma.
How many Paramatma?
What are they?
Chitta Chetasika, Rupa, Nibbana.
Nibbana. Would anyone like to experience Nibbana? It's not just be experienced by wanting, wishing, desiring at all.
can be experienced by one here.
Only higher level, not just right now. The Lokiya Panya, it has to be Lokutara Panya only. Can it be realized, Nibbana? Can Nibbana be realized?
Yes, by the Lokutara.
Yes, when there is the understanding little by little, getting closer and closer, and letting go a little more until it eradicates all akusala with Didi, stage by stage. Otherwise, why do we study? Not just for this life, but for future lives as well, to have more and more understanding. Like the way people in the old days behaved before becoming enlightened. When there is panya, it can condition more moment of kusala and less moment of akusala. Have you noticed, or not yet, that level? Better? Or not at all?
तो एक्सपीरियंस करा थियो वो लेवल हो
Now, do you behave better?
Yes,
as much as our understanding.
How come?
by listening and considering.
Understanding what is unwholesome moment, which will condition unwholesome result in the future. At least 5 silas. Is it difficult or not? It's normal. Would you like to have more sila than 5? Or even 5 is enough?
More sila.
Yes, I like more.
But not to count, but to behave.
Yes, it's
But to behave. That's why when we read the Vinaya Pitaka, anything that we can do, we can follow. It doesn't matter that that's for only monk, for anyone. So maybe we have more than 5. Who knows?
Yes, Ajahn.
When you read Tipitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, you know that you have behaved sometime unknown, that is good behavior or sila. So what is sila?
Reality we are understanding you today.
The reality we follow day to day.
Sila have many words, but though we not useful.
Anywhere in Tipitaka, sila is the behavior of citta. The way citta behave. So there are the words kusala sila, akusala sila, and apayakata sila. That's why the difference between the two, kusala dhamma, akusala dhamma, apayakata dhamma, and kusala sila, akusala sila, apayakata sila. If we don't understand why they are different, but they are different. The behavior which is not by kusala or akusala. For arahata, see, sila is the behavior, so it does not include the vipaka. So do you have apayagata Dhamma?
Yes, we have. We have.
Do you have apayagata Sila?
No,
No.
no.
Only
Because
Arahanta have.
Sila only with Arahanta.
Only with Arahanta.
Without kusala or akusala. Never be kusala or akusala again. Not just only akusala, but also kusala. Otherwise, there must be condition for birth again as a result. How many moments in a day you think about the Dhamma, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha? Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Have you heard that?
Many more.
In a day, we many akusala Sila also.
Really?
Yeah.
What moment today, Akusala?
Attaching lover to listen a chance words.
Almost every moment.
Yeah.
Ignorance, attachment, aversion, ego. Who can help you to have less understanding? To have less akusala, understanding only.
Understanding, yes, Ajahn.
That's why above all kinds of the reality which arises in false way, Panya is the best. No matter in what situation, even while someone talking badly, at moment hearing that, or someone give you so very precious thing, can it be kusala?
Yes.
Moha. मोहा
तो कभी होता हूँ मन से जैसे अचानक कुछ दिन अचानक मन के बिना इतना मन से अपन
एक जी डेट है कभी कभी कुछ लगा है
कबो कबो क्या करते
नहीं जैसे कि अब हमने कभी दान कर जाना
हमने कहना है कि तो का तुम बढ़िया दान करा था तो दे दे सामान तो का किसी मालूम होगी अगर आपको सुला है तो कुछ लगी तो
So what did you say?
kusala.
Kusala what? At moment or someone give you very nice thing, can there be kusala moment?
Yes.
At what moment?
At the moment of giving good intention or good chitta, there is kusala chitta.
Again, at moment of receiving,
If we receive by a good chitta,
what is good chitta?
kusala chitta.
What is kusala chitta at that moment?
जीवन करना खुश रहना
What is kusala chitta?
या लोग हैं तो दो साल के लिए ना
With amoha.
How do you know?
Because
Moment of getting something, receiving something, no moha.
no लोग हैं no दोस्त
How do you know?
because when we are anyone to donate to us when we are
रिसीव कर
मैंने रिसीव करे थे तो लोगा रही ना
तो हमारे जैसे अगर
जे दिए था ओकर लोगा दोसा नहीं रही लिए वाले के तो
मोह रही
नहीं तो तुरंत जैसे अगर प्रसाद मिले प्रसाद को नहीं समझते अगर खाना चाहते तो रिस्पेक्ट करना है
हाँ
वैसे
हाँ तो वो एग्जाम्पल दे देगा at the moment of receiving if there is good intention, then kusala chitta
At moment,
of receiving.
how can it be kusala?
It can be kusala, it can be akusala.
Both.
When it's kusala, how and when? It's kusala at moment of receiving.
Good intention to receive the words like
Like
when Khanachan say the words of every Pali words and the Dhamma words, then we are receiving like a
I give you this. What chitta? Receiving.
there is lova to take.
Lova?
Yeah.
Okay. Can it be kusala?
No,
Can it be?
no, it can't be kusala. It's akusala.
When you think of my kindness,
There is kusala.
that's why any moment, but when there is understanding that for sure everyone should have lopa, attachment to the object, even it's so very little. But if I give you diamond ring, see, pleasant feeling, by conditions, as long as you have attachment, should have it. But there can be moments of kusala when there is the understanding. It's not only you who give me good karma in the past. Condition such object to be so precious, more or less, by karma. Even you try to give me the best, but as much as you can find and give, it's only that. See? So all depends on karma, and in the past, receiving what is there, and understanding it's no one. It does not belong to anyone. It's only there, and in truth, arising and falling away. Nothing so precious at all. But with lopa, we give the price for each thing according to the level of lopa. Even it's so priceless, very little, but you want it so much, you can have it bought by a very great number of money, depending on your attachment. So another for lopa is raka, and the word in Thai is raka. We just set the price according to our attachment. In Thai, raka. In Thai, raka. Raka is Pali word, but when the price for anything, it is raka. Raka เท่าไหร่ Raka เท่าไหร่ How much? How much? How much lopa? Belonging to the lopa, see? That's why even it's so very old, 1,000 years ago, it doesn't look like, but it's so high price. According to one's raka or lopa or attachment. So, and when you appreciate the giver's kusala, see, it's moment of kusala. Appreciate how there can be condition of that moment, giving things for the other's benefit. And when you show them how happy or appreciate at that moment, the giver is so pity, joyful to have the receiver's pleasant feeling. So understanding can condition more kusala. Receiving with joy for the giver to enjoy and to appreciate your attitude. If there's no understanding, it's so very little. Why do you give me something? See, that is a kusala. Why don't think of the others, kusala, giving the others what they have and so on. That's the way to give with pleasant feeling for the giver to be piti, joyful, by appreciate that person's kusala. by conditions. If there's no understanding, the attitude is different when you receive or when you give. How precious the understanding can change the moment of akusala to be kusala. That's why among the three kinds of miracles, the teaching to understand the truth is the best miracle. So it's time for today ayatana. See, it's phassa ayatana when it arises. It has to be ayatana because it conditioned the other to arise together. So when you give, what you say, masala to Kun Anop, see, he received it with joy. No matter, I don't know whether loba or kusala. Only him can know. Yes. But you now, you know more and more about moment of kusala. Take care.